What up, my wrist lock homies? The wrist locker here. Today, let's talk about 5 major tips that will guarantee you a wrist lock from your closed guard. I personally think wrist locking someone from your closed guard is actually very simple. The hardest part of this technique is getting your opponents to your closed guard.
Crawl atop me and meet your doom!
I will not be going over how you get your opponents into your closed guard today, because there are way better coaches and YouTubers that can teach you that. Remember, I am merely just a soul-sucking wrist locker. What do I know? The overview on how to wrist lock anybody from inside your closed guard is definitely knowledge-based. I am exploiting that most BJJ coaches suck at wrist locks and capitalizing on it. It's knowing the limits of your wrist locks, knowing when a wrist lock is available, and exploiting that you are watching my videos and your opponents aren't. If you like to always be ahead of your opponents in wrist lock knowledge, then make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Also make sure you stay till the end of the video because I have a little announcement to make. With that out of the way, let's get started. Here are the 5 major tips on wrist locking your opponents when they are inside your closed guard. Number 1. Set your traps. You must first know where on your body, when your opponent's hand touches, has a wrist lock. Basically anywhere, waist and up, and on the arms has a wrist lock. If your opponent puts their hands behind them, on the ground or even stacking forward behind your neck, you must have an answer for those scenarios. Wrist lock or no wrist lock. In simple terms, know your battlefield, know where to set your landmines, and keep an eye out for the only possible places that could be attacked. This is war. Number 2. Know your weapons. From the basic cow hand wrist lock to the leg Nelson wrist lock. First you must do a deep study and learn every wrist lock you can from closed guard and its variations. Know the closed guard wrist lock battles are like a boxer that likes to fight nice and close in the pocket. If your weapons and knowledge are sharp, you will come out victorious. Number 3. Know the weakness. Wrist locking from your closed guard only has 3 major enemies that can contest it. 1. Cross-hand topside wrist lock. Do not let your opponent get a cross grip from topside closed guard for a wrist lock. You will lose. 2. Sao Paulo Tozy pass. The one pass that blocks all wrist locks. Thank God not many people are good at it in this year. 3. Topside lapel handcuff. Simply if your hands are tied, you can't wrist lock. Number 4. Play mind games. Like baiting a fish or hunting a prey. It is a slow and patient psychological game. Give the prey false hope. Make them think your wrist locks are ineffective. Do a couple wrist locks at 50%. They will slowly get cocky, and when they least expect it, bite that wrist off. Number 5. Call for backup. Don't just rely on your hands to catch your prey. Use your legs to break their posture. Set up a triangle or omoplata if needed. Lastly, the one friend that both parties share, the lapel. Whoever uses the lapel better will have the upper hand in the closed guard wrist lock battle. Make friends with the lapel. That's it for this video. If you like this video, go donate to my new Patreon. I started my Patreon since my gym had to close down because of COVID. So to show your support for the channel, any donations are deeply appreciated. All of the proceeds will be put back into making better content for all the viewers. The donations on Patreon will also give you access to different levels of my new Discord channel that I am building from the ground up. The Discord server is brand new and young, so let's build it together as a community. There on Discord, we can share wrist lock and other technique ideas. Lastly, let's not forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notification bell. Till next time, go wrist lock some white belts.